Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn geometry cleanup, mid-surface extraction, and weld feature in ANSYS Workbench. So, learning in the video is geometry cleanup, mid-surface extraction, weld feature in Design Modeler, surface extension in Design Modeler, surface patch in Design Modeler, merge in Design Modeler. So, these are the some advanced features or tools available in Design Modeler to modify the geometry as per our convenience, right? So overview of this tutorial is geometry and meshing is an integral part of any computer-aided engineering without simulation process. So so it is a very integral part or crucial part of any engineering simulation, that is geometry and meshing. And preparing the right geometry and creating the most appropriate mesh is the foundation of engineering simulation. So before starting any engineering simulation, we have to prepare a right geometry and we have to create a highly appropriate mesh, right? That is the foundation of any engineering simulation. The correctness of geometry modeling and mesh influences accuracy, convergence, and speed of simulation. So all these things are depend on the correctness of geometry and mesh. So as our geometry and mesh is good, then our accuracy, convergence, and speed of the simulation is also good. So this is why we have to clean the geometry and we have to extract the mid surfaces. This is a background, we can say. So first is geometry cleanup. So any CAD model may contain such more details than the simulation process requires, or the details may not be in the right form. So here we can you can see the figure diagram or model here. In this, the extruded feature or these slots in this geometry is not be required in the simulation process, or it is a much more details given in the this CAD model. So we have to remove this feature by using this geometry cleanup or by using this Design Modeler. So ANSYS Design Modeler enable tasks like deleting CAD features, extracting surfaces from the solid body, suppressing parts, merging multiple bodies into one, and grouping bodies to form a part. So this can be done, all these things can be done in Design Modeler. So we can extract mid surfaces, we can delete CAD features like this slot or the extruded parts, then we can merge multiple body into one, or we can group body to form a new part. So this is all about geometry cleanup in Design Modeler. So why is 2D meshing is carried out on the mid surfaces? So first of all, we have to understand what is meant by mid surface model. So quite often the geometry of thin wall 3D structures, as shown in the image below, that is the image, is simplified to a geometric model with lower dimensionality. This typically called as mid surface model. So here most of the geometry we can say is a thin wall, that is some of the automobile sector, most of the components of the vehicle are thin wall 3D structures, and we have to convert the 3D structures into a lower dimensionality, that is 2-dimensional structure. So here the sheet having the one of the dimension is very small compared to other 2 dimensions. So this kind of structures can be converted into 2-dimensional structures. So this is can be done by using this mid surface feature. This is called as mid surface model. So mid surface model is then meshed with 2D elements. So instead of 3D elements, we are going to use 2D elements so that it will reduce your simulation time. Thus there is no need for a detailed volume mesh, as the thickness of the geometry is virtually assigned to the 2D elements. So if there is a the thickness, and then we have to assign this thickness virtually to the 2D elements instead of volume elements, that is bricks element. A solid mesh approach, which needs 3 to 4 elements across the thickness, results in huge amount of elements and long running time. As we use solid mesh approach or solid mesh solid elements, 3D elements, then it will increase your simulation time, as because the order of element will increase, number of nodes will increase, and that will increase your simulation time. So mathematically, the element thickness specified by the users is assigned with half in the plus z direction, that means above the element or top side of the element, and other half in the negative z direction, that means bottom side of element. So whatever the thickness we have to assign half above portion of the element and half below portion of the element. So here is the example is given. So T is the total thickness, and here the colored surface is your mid surface, and T by 2 is the thickness which is given bottom side as well as at the top side. So this is 2D meshing. So mid surface extraction feature. So ANSYS Workbench has a feature that is known as mid surface feature, extraction feature. So mid surface feature allows the creation of surface bodies that are midway between existing solid body faces. So we have solid body and body faces, and in between we have to extract the mid surface, that is your surface body. And the resulting surface body or bodies have a thickness property which defines the thickness that surface body represents. So this surface body, whenever we click on the surface body, then details of this surface body will be displayed in detail window, and the thickness is one of the property which is shown in that detailed view, and this thickness property will show you the thickness of your body, right? So faces can be manually selected, or an automatic mode allows you to set a thickness range and then automatically detect matching face pair. So in this feature we will find two type of selection methods. So first is manual and second is automatic. So by using the manual method we can select a pair as per our requirement, or if you want to select whole body, if it is of 3D thin shell, then you can use automatic method. It will, in this method we have to give a range of thickness, right? Suppose we have a model, and in that number of sheet available with different thicknesses, then we have to find a minimum thickness sheet and maximum thickness sheet and give the range of that body thicknesses. So it will automatically detect the face pairs. So this is a two selection methods here. So basic property has these mid surfaces. So for first detail view is for selection method is manual, and when your selection method is automatic, so you will find these basic properties or local controls in the design modeler. So for selection method manual, so here you will find these properties like selection tolerance, thickness tolerance, swing tolerance, then extra trimming and preserve bodies. And when you have selection method automatic, then in case you will you will find another local controls like bodies to search. In this view you will find another three options like visible bodies, all bodies or selected bodies. Then here minimum threshold, maximum threshold, that is thickness, minimum thickness and maximum thickness. Then find face pair. Now when you give the inputs, then it will find the face pairs between these ranges. Then similar inputs like of this manual selection method you will find again in automatic selection method. So here this property we have to learn one by one. So what is the function of this property, what they will going to act when we give the input in this property. So first is mid surface. The first property is mid surface. This property allows you to assign your own name to the mid surface feature. So there is a default name like a mid surf. Instead of you can assign your own name, right? It is like renaming. So you can rename the mid surface feature. Second property is face pairs. So an apply cancel property that facilitates the selection of the matching faces. So when you will click on this face pair, you will find two buttons, apply and cancel. Here we have to select the face pairs. Then selected face pair faces must be of the same type and be defined such that one is essentially offset from the other by a fixed distance. So we have to select two faces which has a fixed distance from one another, and the Here the order of the selected faces is important, especially with the first pair of the given thickness. So here the order that we are going to select, by which we are going to select the faces, is also important. Then selection method. Here we have learned that what are the different methods available for this property is manual and automatic. Next is below that selection method you will find selection tolerance. So what do you mean by selection tolerance? Here you can set the allowable deviation from a perfect offset that is allowed during the face pair selection. Whenever you select any face pair, sometimes it is not like that it has a uniform thickness. Sometimes there is a variation or deviation from this uniform thickness. So we have to provide some tolerance so that if there is a variation, then that can be comes under this tolerance. Then it is easy to select or generate these circular surfaces. So this is the purpose of this selection tolerance. So after this selection tolerance, you will find thickness tolerance. So thickness tolerance, this property provides a tolerance so that face pairs that are the same distance apart along with those that are within the thickness tolerance of that distance can be grouped together. So here there is one example is given. So we have two bodies here. The first body having thickness T1, the second body having a thickness T2. Here if the difference between these thicknesses is less than thickness tolerance, then surfaces are grouped together. So if you have given this thickness tolerance is 2 and your difference is less than 2, then these two surfaces going to group together. This is your thickness tolerance. The feature will attempt to combine resulting surface bodies which touch one another and have the same thickness into single surface body. So instead of creating or generating two surfaces, it will create a single surface body. Next tolerance is sieving tolerance. So this is during the creation of mid surface. Internally surfaces are created from each face pair selected. So when we select any face pair, it will create internally surfaces, right? These are then trimmed to other surfaces and then sewn together with other surface of the same thickness to attempt to form a new surface body as possible. So here you can find if sewing tolerance, if the gap between two created surfaces is less than sewing tolerance, then surfaces are grouped. Suppose there are two bodies having the same thicknesses, and if the gap is created between the two surfaces, then we have to provide some sewing tolerance that will easy to create single body instead of two surface bodies, right? Whenever the gap distance is less than sewing tolerance, then it will create a single body instead of two surface bodies. So this is a sewing tolerance. So after these tolerances, you will find extra trimming. So here is the example is given. So if there is a surface body mid surface creation, then you will find this extended surfaces here. So using the below model, we generate the surface model without removing the unwanted face pairs. So here we have not removed any unwanted face pairs. We are not trimmed any extra or surfaces here. So since the pair created results in T junctions. So basically this happens when there is a surface or surface body which are creating T junctions. So this trimming problem will occur. So in trimming extra trimming option setting, we have different options available with us. We can use any of these. So next is preserve body. This is the last property in mid surface extraction feature. So the preserve bodies, here you can decide whether the bodies whose faces you are selecting are kept or not after the mid surface creation is generated. So along with the yes and no option, there is also an option to preserve body pair. So here when you create or extract mid surfaces from your solid body, then there is option to preserve body. So here the default option is no. and if you keep this option yes, then it will it will generate mid surface as well as it will also keep your original body as it is. If you keep no, then it will remove your solid body, it will only keep your surface body. And if third option is preserve body if error. So if one or more of the selected phase pair in the body cannot be properly processed, then that body will be preserved. If there is error while creating the surface mid surface, then your body part will be get preserved for the third options. So these are the some basics we can say fundamental about these mid surfaces. And for the this is for automatic method. When you use this is for manual method. When you use automatic detection method, you will find another properties or controls. So here one of the options in automatic method is bodies to search. So here you choose which bodies to search. Suppose we want to select or we want to perform this feature only on selected bodies or visible bodies, then we can choose the option accordingly. Or there is an option like all bodies. If you want to perform this operation on the whole body, then you can choose all bodies, right? So this is the option is given in bodies to search property. Next is minimum threshold. So this sets the minimum distance allowed between the phase pairs during the automatic detection. So it is nothing but minimum thickness phase pair. So whenever there is a we have to find minimum distance or minimum thickness of the phase pair, then we can assign this minimum threshold. Threshold means thickness. So what is the minimum thickness in given geometry? We have to give the input in this minimum threshold. If it is set larger than the maximum threshold, then that value is set equal to the minimum threshold. Also only values greater than 0 are allowable. So 0 value in minimum threshold is not allowed here. And when you select or when you set any value which is greater than your maximum threshold, then this value is set to the minimum threshold. That is when if your minimum value is 12 mm and your maximum threshold value is 8 mm, then your minimum set value will be 12 mm, right? So this is the meaning of this sentence. Next is maximum threshold. So this sets the maximum distance allowed between the phase pairs during automatic detection. So similar to minimum threshold, here maximum threshold is the maximum thickness in the given geometry. We have to find the maximum thickness by clicking on any edge of the phase pair, then it will show your thickness in the status bar. And if it is set less than the minimum threshold, then that value is set equal to the maximum threshold. Also only values greater than non-zero are allowable. So here we should give the input more than 0, and whenever you set a value which is less than minimum threshold, that is suppose minimum threshold value is 12 and you have set the value for maximum threshold is 8 mm. In this case your maximum threshold value will be 8, so which is equal to your minimum threshold. So your minimum and maximum threshold value will be same, which is 8 mm. So that is the meaning of this sentence here. So next is find phase pairs now. When you give the inputs like minimum threshold and maximum threshold, then the software automatically find the phase pair which are comes under this range, right? This property will always display a no as its value. When you set it to yes, detection is done at the time using the settings you have provided for the threshold and bodies as well as the thickness tolerances. So detection of the phase pair is fully depend on this minimum maximum thresholds and the selected bodies and the another thickness tolerances. So depend on this input, the software will find the phase pairs. So this is automatic detection properties available with ANSYS Workbench. So this is a theoretical concept behind these properties. We have to learn all these things in the design modeler. So let's open this design modeler. So here in the ANSYS Workbench I have created one component system, that is geometry component system in Fluid Schematic, and I have imported one geometry in Design Modeler. So here you will find this geometry here. So this geometry we have 4 parts, 4 bodies of solid. This is the first solid, second body, third body and fourth body. So we have 4 parts and 4 bodies here. Before starting any modification, let's understand or let's study the geometry here. So here you can see there are some features available on the geometry. Let's consider these features are not important or they are not going to take part in the simulation process. So we have to remove this extruded part or these slots from the geometry. This can be done by using the tools available in the tool menu bars. Then you will find one of the dimension of this geometry or these bodies are very less or very small compared to other 2 dimensions. So if you consider this fourth body here, the thickness is very small compared to other 2 dimensions like width and height here, or length and height, width here. Thickness is very less, so it is possible to convert or extract mid surfaces. So this is a examination we can say, or so what we can do to modify the geometry. It will help for uniform meshing and it will reduce your simulation time. So it is always I will recommend you to always study your geometry, then what is things we can perform on this geometry. We have to identify it before starting the simulation or meshing process. So I am beginning with this feature removal. So here you will see here, this is some extruded part on the surface of this solid 4 and so to remove this extruded part, there is an option we can say in the create. So click on this create menu bar and here you will find a delete option and select face delete. So we have to select all the 4 faces or 5 faces of these extruded parts and then it will delete this geometry. So here it is asking for the faces, so we have to select these faces first. Click on the first. To select multiple faces we have to click on hold Ctrl key, then select all the faces, zoom as per your requirements, select all the faces, then rotate the geometry for selecting the other surfaces. So in this way we have selected all the surfaces that are visible to us, and here click on apply. So here you will find 15 faces that we have selected here. So each this extruded part having the 5 faces, that means 3 into 5 is 15 faces we have selected. So click on generate. So here by using this delete option, face delete option, we have deleted this extruded part. Next is we can delete this slot also by using these tools available in tool menu. By using this fill tool feature, we can fill these slots and we can remove this feature. So instead of this, I will extract the mid surface first, then I will use another tool instead of fill tool, right? So here I am going to insert a mid surface here, mid surface tool, that is in toolbar. Click on the mid surface tool. So in the tree outline you will find this mid surface feature is added. So in the detail view you will find these properties, that mid surface you can change your the mid surface one name by using another as per your requirement. So here again, then face pair, right? So here it is asking to select a number of face pairs. Selection methods, so here you will find 2 different methods, that is we know that we have seen it in the presentation, manual and automatic. Next is when you have selected when you select automatic method, then we know that there are some properties for this selection method, like bodies to search. So here 3 options we have: all bodies, visible bodies and selected bodies. So we can select as per requirement, or we can click on all bodies if there is a it is possible to extract mid surface for all bodies. then minimum threshold, that is minimum thickness in the given geometry, maximum thickness in the geometry, then find phase pair. When we give these inputs once, then we can click on yes, then it will automatically identify the phase pair between these ranges. Then these tolerances, selection tolerance, thickness tolerance and swing tolerance, we have to give the inputs here. Next is extra trimming and preserve bodies. We know all these properties. So what is the meaning of this and what are the significance of this property here? So before adding these mid surfaces, it is very important to know the maximum and minimum thickness of these geometries, right? So I'm going to delete this feature first, and then select edge selector here, edge selector, then click on find a maximum or maximum thick body here. Click on any edge. So here the edge length is 8. So maximum, we can say maximum edge length is thickness is 8, and minimum is, for minimum click on here, minimum is 4. So here we have two type of thicknesses available here. Minimum is 4 and maximum is 8. So before selecting mid surface feature, we have to calculate this edge length. Then click on this tool and insert your mid surface. Then here I am going to use this selection method is automatic, and bodies to search is all bodies. Then your minimum threshold is 4 and maximum is 8, right? So we know the range in the geometry. Then selection tolerance is, if you are confident with your uniform thicknesses, then there is no need to give selection tolerance, but I am here giving the 0.2 mm is your selection tolerance. Then thickness tolerance, again, if we have two different bodies and in that bodies having the differences, then your thickness tolerance, then it will form your single body instead of two bodies. So here I am going to not I'm not going to change their thickness tolerance here. Again I am keeping the swing tolerance is 0.02 here. Then no need here, your extra trimming option is intersect and trim with body. I recommend to keep this default setting as it is. Next is preserve body. There is three options available: no, yes, and preserve body if error. So what is the meaning of this? We have learned in the presentation. So I am going to keep is at default. It means I don't want to keep solid body after extracting the mid surfaces. So this is all. Then so this is all the inputs we have given, and after this find the phase pair. Now click on this and click on yes. So after identifying the phase pair which are comes between these minimum maximum threshold, and it again comes to its original setting, that is no, right? Because after changing any inputs, we have to again find the phase pair. So again we have to click on yes here. So this is software has found 7 phase pairs with this threshold range from 4 mm to 8 mm. So here we can generate this mid surface feature. So here your surface body is created. Here you will find solid body instead of surface body instead of solid body. So this is surface body. So in this way we can create mid surfaces from your solid body. If your one of the dimension is very small compared to the other two dimensions, in this case we can use this mid surface to extract the mid surfaces. When you keep this preserve body option here, then here you will find 8 bodies and 8 parts, because it will keep your solid body as it is and also create your surface body. So in this you will find 4 surface body and 4 solid body. But in case of preserve body no option, it will only create 4 surface body. So this is surface body created by this mid surface tool. So here after creating the surface body, you will find some gap between these surfaces, because there is a thicknesses, and at the center of this thickness the surface is created. So therefore we can say a gap is created between the surfaces. So here also you will find the gap between the different surface bodies. So we can fill this gap by different options available in the tools. So here I am going to use, first is extend surface extend, right? So click on surface extension. So here surface extension, it is asking for edges. So here I want to extend this surface up to this vertical surface. So for this we have to select the edges of the surface. So in this way I have selected two edges, apply, and here extend. There are a number of options available: fix, two faces, two surface, two next, right? So here I am going to select two next and generate. So here you will find the gap is filled by extending the surfaces. So I extend this surface up to this next surface. So this is your surface extension tool. So in this way we can extend surface. So like the surface extension feature, we have another tool like weld. So here click on this weld tool here. So it is asking for a geometry. So here I am going to use this tool for this, to weld this surface body with this last surface body. So here we have to select edges. So here select edges, press Ctrl key for multiple selection, right? So this is we have done with our edges, apply. Then we have selected 8 edges. Then we have to select the faces. Select this face, click on apply and click on generate. So here you can find the weld is created between the two faces. So this is a weld feature you can use to weld the two faces. In this case we require edges and face. So after this we have learned that how to remove or how to delete the extended parts, then how to extract the mid surfaces, then how to extend surfaces, then how to use weld tool. Then next here you will see here there is a patch, right? Before it is slot, but here you can find this is a patch on the surface. So this can be removed by using the surface patch. So again click on the tool box here or tool menu. Then here you will find surface patch feature or tool. Click on the surface patch tool, and here it is asking for the edges. So we have to select all the edges of this patch. To select multiple edges, so press Ctrl key and press your right mouse button or hold right mouse button and move your cursor over the edges. So here it will capture all the edges. So color of these edges is change. So again same, press Ctrl and press right mouse button and move your mouse cursor. So here your edges color is changed. So here in this way we have selected edges. Then click on apply. So here it has selected 4 edges. Then click on generate. So here we have done with our surface patch. That means it has patched surfaces. Next, but you will find the edges. We have to remove these edges by using this merge tool. So click on this merge. It is asking for the edges, or instead of edges we have to select surfaces, because this is surface, not before it is edges, but it is a surface now. So Instead of merged, we have to change this merge type edges to surface or faces, sorry. Then click on the faces and select this large face first, then select this faces. So here total we have selected 9 faces. Then click on generate. So here we have merged the 2 faces, right, by using merge. So here you can find we have used delete surface or delete faces tool, then mid surface tool, surface extension, weight, surface patch and merge. So these are some advanced tools that is available in Design Modeler to modify the geometry. So this is we can say advanced tools that are going to help us to modify the geometry. So in this way we can modify our geometry, and by using after this geometry cleanup we can create a highly uniform mesh by using the advanced mesh tools. So here you can find the whole feature is available. So here we can generate or create washer around the hole and create uniform meshing around the hole. So this is I have explained in the previous videos of mine. Then so here this is your surface body. So we are going to use like a chord element instead of your brick element, that is 3D element shapes. So this is the benefit of modifying the geometry, and it will also reduce your running time, or we can say simulation time, run time. So this is all the benefits available with these geometry modifications. So if you like my video, please subscribe and share. Thank you for your time.